So so you seeing your dad, did you have much perspective as a kid that there was, like what you've just said now, like he was in the war, then he come back and he was on these drugs and then mixing it with alcohol. Yep. Did you have that perspective as a kid?
Oh, no way in the world.
So it was
I
just
didn't
that.
know, and I didn't fucking care what he had,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't until I got older, as I got older, I can look back and relate to, you know, what he was like. And, you know, I mean, I've been on the piss myself and done stupid fucking things, you know what I mean? But one of them's not flogging women, you know? I'm barred from fucking doing that. But that was just the way it was, you know, and I've had some ridiculous things, I mean, that have happened to me. A lot of my fights that I had, you know, I mean, and you couldn't help it. It's not as if you did it because you were fucking, it's just the way you are. You're out somewhere and you're with a big group, and there's always some fucking imbecile, you know, that says something stupid and then it's on. I mean, we didn't care if they were coppers, fucking security, fucking whoever they were, we'd just flog them. Yeah. You know, that's when I was running around with Eddie Smith and that.
And especially, I guess, if your life revolved around violence, like you grew up in a violent place. Yep. And do you think that you were just conditioned to respond with violence? Because it's not like you could have said, fuck Dad, please don't do that, and have a rational conversation like...
No, it would never have happened.
Yeah, so I mean, do you think that when you look back now, that those reactions and the fights and stuff, was that just purely based out of being a product of that environment?
Oh, for sure and certain, mate, you know. And I can remember the relief when it finally came to me when I was about... See, he tried to kill me when I was about 15, and I told him to go to bed and turn the mouth organ up his arse. He'd been playing all night because my mother had to get up to go to work in the morning, and he'd already retired. And anyway, I told him to jam it up his arse, and I seen him sneak outside, you know. And then I used to have a steel slide that used to slide down the guitar, make the whine sounds.
Yeah.
My mother had it, and it was her guitar and her instrument, but I used to grab that little piece of instrument and put it up on the doorknob, and then put this tray down that I won in a boxing amateur tournament. Yeah. Put it on the floor, so when the doorknob was hit, the thing would come down and hit the door, and I'd be awake, you know. And it'd usually wake me because I was a pretty light sleeper anyway. And anyway, next minute, bang, the thing went on the floor, and I sat up, and next minute I seen him just swinging, you know, come at me, and I thought, fuck, I jumped out of the bed. Well, lucky I did. I didn't even know what happened. I jumped out the fucking window because something just made me go, you know. Yeah. When I came back in the morning to the house, there was a garden mattock embedded straight in me bed. It would have got me chest. Would have just gone straight through me and killed me. Now, he still didn't fucking remember that. I took him in the room and showed him next morning. He said, I never fucking did it. I thought, fuck, mate, like, how can you be fucking not remember that, you fucking liar?
So how... Yeah, but it makes sense now.
Oh, like now I understand what happens with drugs. I mean, I've had Valium and gone to sleep and then been woken up and then and done stupid things. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then when I finally woke up in the morning, I went, "The fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, I fucking did that." You know, like, so I can fully relate to it. Yeah. You know,
so was there? So what was the? There was like an incident where you actually stabbed him.
I stabbed him with a barbecue fork because I come home one night, and when I come home, I noticed that there was blood in the kitchen. I come in the back door and I thought, what the fuck's going on here? So I walked down to my mother and father slept in different bedrooms. So I haven't opened my mother's bedroom door, but it was blocked up with drawers. He'd put drawers up against it because he knew I was going to come home and fucking blow. And he tried to get into the bed with her, I guess. Something's happened there, and then she fucking got up and refused him. I don't know if it was sex or whatever it was, you know. But anyway, then he got up and he battered her. He battered her this night, and she had blood clots. They came out had skin around the blood sacs, you know, all out of her nose. And so I just fucking lost it. I ran up the stairs and kicked the fucking door down with the fucking drawers falling on. So I run in and pulled him out of bed and just battered him, and then I ran out in the kitchen and got a barbecue fork which had two big long prongs on it, about that long, and I just jammed it in his chest and his fucking face. And my mother fucking stopped me. You wouldn't believe it, of all fucking things. And but you know, I guess she didn't want me to fucking kill him and
go to jail.
You know, and so he really pulled his head in after that and really stopped throwing around, but it didn't bar him from having a whack at me. I'd walk past a pub or something where he was having a beer, he'd come out and he'd king hit me in the street.
Really?
Yeah, so I'd just fucking have to drop him, just for a ridiculous fucking situation.
Yeah.
And but as it turns out, as I found out as I got older, I always thought I wasn't part of the family. I didn't belong there, and I believed that I was came out of another marriage, out of another father, and that he wasn't my true father. That's the reason I was born in a private hospital when I was a kid, and they had no money, so it was like a hush-hush. Keep it quiet, and that's where I think I got the nickname Abo, and I think I am because I believe when my sister died only 2 years ago, she said that I was actually adopted and that the father was believed to be of an Aboriginal, and he used to drive the buses at Hurstville Station. Well, that's where we lived out Sylvania Heights way. And so, as it's turned out, maybe I am Aboriginal, and my nickname stuck with me all my life. Since I've been about 14, they called me Abo because I had skinny legs, flat nose, and,
No shit.
Yeah, so it just turned out that may be the absolute truth. I haven't had the DNA yet to prove it, but...
That'd be fucking interesting.
Yeah, it will be, yeah.